Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Sekou.
It's kind of dark, huh?
No,
No?
no,
Okay.
no. It looks good. You did really well with the lights.
All right.
I
Well,
see you.
thanks. All right, folks. So, welcome to Fiance Files. Shout out to New Thought Media Network for giving me the space and opportunity to grow. And without further ado, we are simply sharing our experiences. So,
Yes.
we got to ask you to put your own research with what we say and figure it out. Figure it out. Was that too mean?
No.
Okay.
Oh, was that too mean? No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know.
Normally you say, so what are we talking about today?
So what we talking about today?
Well, I have a question
Yeah.
for you. And I don't know if I've ever asked you this. This came up last night. On Wednesdays, I'm a host for this professional women's networking group. And we were talking about families and siblings. And two of the women are they're only child. They're an only child family.
Yeah.
So one of the women, she always wanted another sibling. The other woman loved being an only child, loved it, loved it, loved it. She wouldn't change anything. And I was sharing with them, I said, who's an only child? So being an only child, did you ever want siblings or were you really content with being an only child?
So we have to build in the amnesia factor. And so really I'm starting over having siblings like two and a half years ago.
Aww.
So yeah, so that's interesting to ask. I guess I know now by fact that my brother and I didn't quite grow up together. We overlapped sometimes. And my sister has passed away. And so I don't know if I can answer that because I don't really have any memories of that. I don't think so.
You don't think so? What?
I don't think so. I don't think I have enough to speak on that with. So like there should be a whole body of memories, right? Whole, litany of memories. But with me, the memories are kind of catch and catch can.
Oh, that's good. Say that 10 times fast. Catch and catch can. Catch as catch can. Catch as catch can. Catch as catch. Oh, that's a new song for me. Mm-hmm. Okay, you grew up with being the only child in your house. You didn't live with your
my brother and I, we overlapped sometimes when we were at our father's house together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm remembering now us being different ages. And oh my God, now I'm remembering him beating me up. I was trying to attack him. He would get me. He was getting me.
You tried to attack him.
Yeah, I was just being a brother. I was hiding in his closet, and I was waiting for him to look around the house at me, and then I jumped out of the closet. And then he got me. I was like, all right, stop.
Oh,
so that was fun.
So cute.
That was fun.
Nikki and I used to do that a lot. I used to hide. I love to hide, even as an adult.
Really?
Well, when you come home, I've been hidden.
No?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like I'll hide behind the doors and I'll come out at you.
Oh, yeah.
I love to hide.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting because I think sometimes people assume that only children, because they'll even say it, you're an only child, you're the only one. And I think some people are well adjusted. It was interesting to learn that this one woman absolutely loved being an only child, and she understood the benefits of being an only child, and I just thought that was interesting.
Well, now, I mean, having been, 2.5 years into this, now I'm thinking it would have been great to have a twin who could have
Oh,
walked me through it. Could have been like, hey man, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm with you. Someone who didn't go through what I went through, but
yeah.
was right there in it with me, and
Hmm.
who could have explained things to me and everything. I could have appreciated that. But even as I say that, mom was a G. Mom
My
was a
mom
G.
is a G. Who
Yeah,
knew?
mom is a G, right? And she didn't let anybody tell me what I had, that I had a stroke. And I'm sure my twin would have told me, but listen, man, you had a stroke. You had a stroke. He would have messed it up. He'd have messed it up. So,
Oh.
so I give shout out to mom. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, shout out to moms.
wow,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Okay, so what else are we talking about?
Well, I mean, something incredible is happening. Do you feel okay when something, do you get a feeling inside that precedes the thing that you have wanted and it's come to fruition, happen to you? Like, do you get a feeling? Uh do you get a sign? Is there a warning? Am I making sense?
I don't know if you're making sense to me. I don't understand what you're
Okay.
asking me. But it sounded good, though. It sounded good.
So I think I want to say all of my life, but that's probably not true.
Oh, wow.
There's Since I've been aware of it,
Mm.
every time something amazing is on the horizon, I know it because I can feel it. And I'm like,
Mm.
and so then I say to myself, then you got to give yourself some ease and grace when you don't feel it, when you're going through it and you're like, oh man, every door I'm beating on is not opening, or it's not opening wide enough.
Mm.
Ah, and so I said around December, I said, Sekou, 2025 is going to be our year.
Yep. You said
I've
that.
been saying that.
Mm-hmm.
And the feeling hadn't caught up with it
Mm.
until maybe the first week of January. And for me, it starts like right now, I can feel it. I can feel it. I can hear it in my voice, but I can feel it right here. It's tingling
Oh,
on this
really?
side of my
Oh,
head
wow.
and right here and underneath my chin. Like it's all
Wow.
pulsating.
Wow.
And it has been for weeks pulsating.
Wow.
I'm on the subway and I'm pulsating and I'm like, okay, don't smile too much because they told you don't be out here in these New York City streets making eye contact and
making eye
smiling.
contact.
And I have to hold myself back
Yeah.
because for a long time, and I know you guys, so for those of you who might be just tuning in, if you don't know us, I'm Fee King, he's Sekou Wrights. We've been friends for over 20 years. We met at the African Black Film Festival. African American, thank you. Film Festival.
ABFF.
ABFF in the house. Sekou Wrights has suffered 2 strokes, and so his memory is different today than it was before. He is now 2.5 years old. He's about to have a 3-year-old birthday party. We're going to have a big party.
For real.
For years, I have envisioned Sekou and I working together. For years. I sent him a text about it, and he doesn't remember getting it. And he never responded to the text, so I just kind of let it go because I was feeling some sort of way, like, oh, maybe you went too far. I submitted our shows. We both have shows. I have a one-woman show. It's a play. Sekou has a choral poem play that was a one-man show. He decided to turn it into a multi-cast show.
A whole thing. Well, my director at Fisk turned it into this whole thing. I just let it go with it.
And shout out to
Persephone.
I love her name.
Persephone. Yeah,
I love
Persephone.
that name.
Miss P.
Oh my gosh.
What's
her? Fincher.
Felder Pinterest.
That's a name.
Yeah, I know.
Woo!
And you know, trying to get into it, like my stroke and trying to get her name was hard. Persephone Felder Pinterest.
Woo!
It's a hard name.
It's a beautiful, powerful name. It's such an artistic. You have to be an artist to have that to embody that name.
Yeah, for sure.
She did amazing things with his play.
Yeah.
His play is also autobiographical.
Mm-hmm.
I submitted the plays. So Sekou and I have been talking about this. And again, sometimes he doesn't remember, but we have been talking about what if we mounted our shows and one night my show opened, the next night or the next week your show opened. It was an overlap. And we have been putting it out there, submitted the plays. We received notice Monday that both of our shows got accepted into the New York Theater Festival competition. I love a good competition. And the reason why is because it really awakens my creativity. And the stakes are high because you get to win money in this one. And so whoever wins, we both win. It's going to be a win-win for us.
Yeah.
And being able to perform our, bless you, Nelson. Nelson said, that's right. That's right. It's going to be a win-win. This will be the first time that we are performing these particular pieces in New York City. Sekou's performed his has been mounted in Nashville, but not in New York City.
Right.
So this is epic.
Oh, wow. I hadn't thought about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
And this will be his first time being back into that creative space since his stroke.
Yes. So 2.5, 3 years coming up.
It's going to be 3 years. By the time the shows are at the festival, it will be 3 years.
Wow. Yeah. That's a big one. That's a big one.
We have so much to celebrate with you all, and we hope that you all will celebrate with us. And I just want to share a little bit with you about the New York Theater Festival, because I am like, ooh, the New York Theater Festival. It's a chance to have your play live on a New York City stage. And this is their spring summer festival competition. They're still accepting plays. So if you are an actor, a playwright, if you write musicals, solo shows, one acts, anywhere between, they have the genres are massive, between 5 and 90 different genres. Sorry, the length of your play can be anywhere from 5 to 90 minutes. So the New York Theater Festival has been a haven for playwrights for 23 seasons. Why is the New York Theater Festival a mecca for new and original plays? Simple. You can win money. It's a quality venue, 99-seat, beautiful theater. They invite industry. It's going to be so beautiful. And I love that it's going to happen in the summer. So it's going to be July 30th through August 4th. We will be sharing more along the journey. So congratulations, Sekou.
Congratulations,
We get to work together. So that is exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just want to, I don't know if, I think I want to, okay. She expressed this feeling, right? But me, I was trying to figure out, like, you applied to something? And she's like, yeah, she's applied. I'm really excited about it. Like, I was like, oh, yeah? And I was like, well, maybe I should submit. She said, yeah, you should submit. And I was like, yeah, all right. And it was a difficult process. Y'all don't understand me getting on the computer and trying to figure things out. It was a challenging process for me. Mm-hmm. Now she had been doing her thing with him for at least a week.
And it challenging for me because I'm doing it from my cell phone because my computer broke again. Mm. And I was unable to upload my manuscript from the cell phone. I had to do it from Sekou's. So Sekou's, my script is not on his computer. And I was like, wow, I'm being met with a lot of challenges. It took me almost 2 weeks.
Wow.
It took me emailing them saying, listen, I'm having this issue.
Yeah, right.
Is there any way I can submit a different way? And they were so kind, you know, because sometimes, you know, you have to work within the parameters of a festival's process. And I shout out to New York Theater Festival for just being a little flexible. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and you know what, Sekou, so many things are challenging for you now. I think what you forget is that even though it's challenging, you do it. You get it done. And I got frustrated with him about the characters and I didn't understand. So shout out to you for getting it, because you were like, they want the characters. And I'm like, yeah, they want a description. No, they just wanted to know the characters. And that's exactly what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I love the characters. The
names of the places where I've lived. So
we won't even give it away because it is so dope. I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah.
When your show was up at Nashville, I didn't realize those names.
No. So what happened was I found a script that was more recent, because I was just looking for the most recent thing. I was trying to get the most recent thing, get it up in there. Okay. And I realized that this was a script that I wrote after
Nashville?
After Fisk. Yeah. Something special. I was like, because I sat and I watched it. I allowed myself to sit and watch the play as Persephone envisioned it.
Yes.
And I wrote some things based on that. And it has been unearthed. It's been unearthed. I was like, oh, this looks good. Okay, I can do this. And so yeah, it's an interesting way of portraying the characters.
I love it. When I was looking over your shoulder, I thought, I missed that in the play, because I saw the play 2 or 3 times in Nashville over that weekend.
Yeah.
You're so talented. You and Rev Melissa were talking about this yesterday. Thank you again, Rev Melissa, for pulling him up, because he needs to be reminded. And I've been saying this, Sekou, and I have receipts because of this new technology, because of social media. I have been saying this about you and to you long before we started dating, how talented you are, how gifted you are, and how smart you are. And you get to be reminded you are so talented, and you're an incredible writer. And more people get to experience you post-stroke, even though some of your work is before your stroke, but you're going to bring the new Sekou to your work. Yeah. I'm so excited. Like, I'm telling you, I am reverberating.
Meanwhile, I'm scared.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, well, good. Because I have deliberately not done anything creative since my stroke, because I've been focusing on money.
Yeah.
Been focusing on money. And I've shut myself off from everything else. Stopped doing bracelets. I stopped doing cars. I stopped doing everything to focus on money.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is my final deadline now. That's how it affected me. Because you said like end of July, beginning of August. I was like, all right, that's it. That's my bell for ringing of my end of doing things for money. Like, I need to reach a certain plateau by the time we get to
July 30th.
Yeah, by the time we get to July 30th.
Well, cool. That's why I didn't tell you about the play, because you made it perfectly clear to me. No, Fee, you know, I'm not gonna do the creative. So I didn't want to push it. I was just like, you know what? He said several times that he's focusing on money. I respect that. I support it. I also believe that you're an artist.
Yeah.
You're an artist, and your artistry will only support you building wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for me, I feel very blocked and cut off and disconnected when I'm not creating art.
Yeah.
And I've been in denial about it for like 7 years.
Oh wow.
You know, I'll dibble dabble and I'm like lit up and I'm on fire and I'm excited and I'm just like, and then I'll go back to the illusion of safety, the illusion of what do you call it? Constant. That's not the word, but where there's a lack of security. But that's the word I'm looking for. It'll come to me or not. You're like, I'm 2.5, girl.
Yeah, right. Some of those words.
Oh, come on. You are like the wordsmith.
You know what's funny? How those words slip in. Those words slip in every once in a while.
Those big words. You use.
I'm gonna tell this story. I don't know if I told this story before, but this funny story. My mom tells this story all the time. That when they were all gathered around my hospital bed, and I was trying to say something, and they were looking at me like, I don't know what he's trying to say. And then I said, it's just so hard for me to articulate myself. And they were like, oh, and they started laughing. And I was like, what's funny? And they were like, because you use that word articulate, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. So I appreciate that.
Let me tell you, Sekou, and I don't remember who they were. I want to say it was Pastor Joelle Darby. She and I were in communication, and she told me that you were using big words.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that gave me, I was just like, oh, he's fine.
Oh, wow.
Like if he's using the fact that you were speaking, right. And then, and she and I laughed about it. I remember that. She didn't tell me that story, but she said that you were using big words. And I was like, yes.
And so shout out to Pastor Joelle Darby, because I didn't find out until recently, talking to my mom, that the pastor can get past everybody.
In the hospital?
Yeah, the pastor can get all the way past the people waiting to see me. I mean, so the pastor can go in there with the doctors, and so she was in there helping. So shout out to you, to you for being there and helping me before I could even remember you helping me. Because I didn't understand that was happening at all.
Thank you, Pastor Joelle Darby.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah.
The things that we get to learn.
Yeah, there's so many things. I get to learn because everyone, it's like, it's a part of everyone's memories from way back when, right? 2.5 years old, right? So
yeah,
I'm a bit beyond where they had these memories, right? But now I need those memories because I passed those time periods without generating any memories. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Okay.
I don't know what you just said.
So I'm saying, like, you experienced me, like you had some experience about how you found out and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
But meanwhile, I am completely gone, right? I'm in a space where I can't understand anything that's going on. And so by the time now that I'm reaching back for that story, it's like you got to pull back. Wait a minute now. I remember that from way long time ago, from 2.5 years ago. But I am just experiencing this from other people. So Tandi, my friend in Boston. So she started to tell me what happened for her. She started to tell me about a friend of hers who said run to Facebook, and I had to stop her. I changed the subject. Because it was triggering for me. It was triggering for me. I was like, I just changed the subject on her because it felt close to me. And you know what I mean? It was like it felt close. And so anyway, I'm trying to let these old stories in.
Okay.
As I move forward. And it's hard, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I could imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, that speaks to the process because you're really mourning who you were. You're mourning your old self. And I think anyone who has ever lost anyone.
Oh, let me say something right there, because this happened to me yesterday. My phone operates like Facebook, like a social media thing.
Oh, so now you Mark Zuckerberg.
What?
Nothing.
It's like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. But it does, it behaves as if it's a social media thing.
Okay.
Right? So my phone, I have a Samsung phone.
I'm sorry.
Whatever. Stop. Let me finish this. So I go to my phone, my gallery on my phone, and it shows me scenes from way back when. You know, and it'll list all these categories, like 5 or 6 categories of different things that it wants me to see. And I've been avoiding these things. I've been avoiding them. And last night I pressed one of them, and it took me so far back to people I don't even really recognize, and it was hard for me. It's hard for me. I just had to cut it short because I don't know. It's like my phone is taking me too far back into my past, into my old Sekou, as you say. And I need to be focused on me, my 2-year-old self, 2.5 years old self. I need to focus on him.
Your new shiny bright Sekou.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
something like that.
I think it's the process, and my point is that everyone has their own process that you get to honor, because some people would want you to face that, to deal with it, and it's just like when you lose someone you love. Some people want the mourning process to be nicely packaged and neatly wrapped. And it's not. You get to mourn the old Sekou in the way that you are mourning him. And if you choose to never look back, like, you get to do that, right? Because it's your life. And you get to take as long as you want. It's just like I remember the doctor saying, and some of your therapists saying, that when it comes to recovering from a stroke, your brain has to rest. And so for us, sometimes, I know for me, I was thinking, okay, the rest is going to be a few months. Right?
Yes. I thought it would be like that. It has not been the case.
Because I think the brain has brain time and we have human time. And as we've been conditioned in this new norm, rest is like 30 seconds, I'm rest and I'm healed. No, it could be 800 days of rest, which in the grand scheme of things is a really short amount of time.
Right.
It's us that puts this overarching meaning of time to things. And so what I'm finding is we're approaching 3 years, and every day, because I'm seeing you, I'm with you, I'm seeing change and growth and improvement every single day. Even the days when you feel like, oh, I'm so tired, or oh, I don't have any energy, but I'm still seeing the growth. Like right now, as I'm looking at you, your mouth is different than it was 6 months ago.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck. Actually, now that I think about it.
Do you see it?
Now that I think about it, my mouth has been less slanted, because my mouth was slanted this way because my teeth in here were what's the word?
Impacted?
Swollen.
Was it due to the root canal or no?
No. But
your jaw?
My jaw, my right hand side of my body has been off, and it's still off. And so my right hand side, of my teeth were hard to reconcile. Like I felt like I was talking out of this side of my mouth a lot, and honestly, I didn't hear myself when I spoke.
Yeah.
I didn't know what voice I heard, but I didn't like speaking because the voice that I heard was not the voice that I'm used to hearing, and that was very, very jarring for me. And I had to talk past that, and that was very, very upsetting for me. So now at least I can hear myself sound the way I used to sound.
Yes.
And that's been helpful.
Oh, are we out of time?
Oh yeah, shoot, we way past time.
Sorry.
We way past time. Yeah, we got into it. All right, folks. Remember that now is better than perfect, and we'll see you next week. Later.